Thank you very much, Rajni, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. And I'm also happy to be part of this session, and also happy to see that ODA and APEA is doing this workshop in this region. So let me bring some experience from Sri Lanka about institutionalization of evaluation, some regulations, institutional setup, professionalization, and academic courses. Next slide, please. In Sri Lanka, we have the National Evaluation Policy approved in June 2018. Sri Lanka is the only country in South Asia having an approved National Evaluation Policy. And most importantly, the government launched National Evaluation Policy Implementation Framework last year, September. With this, actually, government issued a circular for the government ministries and departments to conduct evaluations. This is very important step in Sri Lanka. So all the ministries and departments are now up to conducting evaluations. So this is a milestone in the evaluation field in Sri Lanka. At the same time, we have draft National Evaluation Bill finalized by the Parliament of Sri Lanka. So when this is approved by the Parliament, this will be the law regarding national evaluation in Sri Lanka. And this proposes an independent commission for evaluation, which is the feature in the bill. Next slide, please. Now, when it comes to the institutional setup, we have the Department of Project Management and Monitoring, we call it DPMM in short, under the Treasury of the Ministry of Finance. This is the designated department for monitoring and evaluation, and the circular I mentioned was issued by this department, and this department is working with other departments and ministries regarding monitoring and evaluation and getting reports from them. In addition to that, we have Department of National Planning, which is definitely meant for planning, but at the same time, we have planning units in each ministry and department. So planning units are also they also have the responsibility for monitoring and evaluation and reporting. At the same time, Department of Budget, Budget Office at the Parliament. This is a new entity established with the Parliament Act to monitor the budget approved by the Parliament and also see how the budget allocated or approved by the Parliament is used, and whether it is used for whether it is used efficiently and for effectiveness for results. And there are Parliament oversight committees. There are many, and Parliament oversight committees also question about efficiency, effectiveness, and the impact of the interventions or investments of the country. So these are the institutional setups I can mention about monitoring and evaluation in the country. Next slide, please. We also have very good progress within the Parliament about institutionalization of evaluation. In 2016, we have mentioned this in the previous ODA workshops as well. We had two adjournment motions. Adjournment motions are, motions submitted by private proposal by a member of Parliament to debate within the Parliament. So there were two adjournment motions. One was to approve National Evaluation Policy. So now, as I mentioned, we have the approved National Evaluation Policy, but this was the main event that it was discussed within the Parliament. And the minister promised to approve the National Evaluation Policy at that time. And the second motion was to allocate funding for from the national budget for evaluation. And then Parliament also established Parliament Select Committee on Evaluation. Actually, in 2017 budget speech, also it included a section on that the government will establish the National Evaluation Policy. And regarding the Parliament Select Committee on Evaluation, there are three recommendations from the Parliament Select Committee. One is to enact the National Evaluation Bill. Second was to establish Standing Committee on Evaluation. And third was to upgrade Parliament Research Division to Parliament Research and Evaluation Division. So Parliament Select Committee was historical for us because that's where the National Evaluation Bill was prepared, and proposing to have permanent committee, and also propose to have uh, process for institutionalization. And also there was capacity building for the Parliament Research Division to provide evidence to the parliamentarians. Now parliamentarians need brief evaluation reports, recommendations, and findings from evaluation reports. They should be easily access. They should have easily access to these evaluation reports, findings, and recommendations, but brief reports, because they are not able to go through long reports. Now, Parliament Research Unit is the one can support parliamentarians, so they should be able to prepare brief reports. So there were a series of capacity building events at the Parliament for Parliament Research Division to take up this responsibility. Next one. Now we also have good progress regarding academic sector courses on monitoring and evaluation. In 2016, we started a postgraduate diploma in monitoring and evaluation at the University of Sri Jayewardenepura in Sri Lanka. We have completed 5 batches already, and we will start the 6th batch very soon. At the same time, we have developed curriculum for advanced certificate course and master in monitoring and evaluation. Advanced certificate course will be started in like 10 days from now at the Sri Jayewardenepura University, but there are other universities, 3 state universities are in the process of starting the course. Master degree in monitoring and evaluation, actually we are waiting for the approval from University Grants Commission for the master degree. When we receive the University Grants Commission approval, we will start the course. At the same time, university has Center for Evaluation, which is working on curriculum development on monitoring and evaluation courses, and promote courses through other universities, and also develop teacher guide and do teacher training. So we believe that academic courses are very important for professionalization of evaluation, as well as important for career development of young professionals or young and emerging evaluators. So that's why we put a lot of emphasis on academic sector courses in monitoring and evaluation. Next slide, please. I mentioned about young professionals and academic courses. Now we also have the network Evaluate Sri Lanka, which is national chapter of the global Evaluate network, and this is a network of young and emerging evaluators. We have conducted training for the members on career development in monitoring and evaluation. This is a new module first started in Sri Lanka, and there are a training happening worldwide as well in different languages, 6 global languages, but we originally had in English. At the same time, there was mentoring and guidance for young and emerging evaluators, and also there are examples that international organizations take young and emerging evaluators as evaluation team members. For example, uh, UNFPA country officers always take young and emerging evaluator into evaluation team as a member. So that is needed to guide and mentor young and emerging evaluators to become professional evaluators. At the same time, engaging young and emerging evaluators in evaluation projects, and also professional development programs and capacity building. So this is also important in professionalization of evaluation, because many countries face uh, not having enough and professional or competent evaluators. So we need to guide and mentor young and emerging evaluators to become professional evaluators. Next one. Next slide, please. So this is example of few workshops conducted for young and emerging evaluators. I already mentioned about this. Jointly conducted by Center for Evaluation, University of Sri Jayewardenepura, with support from UNICEF Sri Lanka. Next one. Next slide, please. When it comes to the professional network, Sri Lanka Evaluation Association is the professional network of evaluators. It was established in 1999. There are members over 350. It is a big network. The Sri Lanka Evaluation Association developed competencies for evaluators. There are other regional and global networks also where evaluators from Sri Lanka are members. Asia Pacific Evaluation Association is an example, but at the same time, Asia Pacific Evaluation Association is a BOPEs are the members, so institutional members, not individuals. So Sri Lanka Evaluation Association is a member of APEA, and then Community of Evaluators, International Development Evaluation Association, American Evaluation Association, European Evaluation Society are examples where the evaluators from Sri Lanka are members. So professional network is also important. We believe that for professional development, networking, as well as building skills of quality evaluators. Next one. This is the competency framework developed in Sri Lanka. If you need more information, of course, it is available, the full competency framework. There are 6 competency domains and 43 competencies, 208 indicative behaviors. Why this was developed? We believe that for professionalization of evaluation, having quality evaluators, competent evaluators in the country, developing competency framework and guiding evaluators to have these competencies is important. And Sri Lanka is one of the few countries having the competency framework, but this is yet to operationalize widely. But having the competency framework is very important as a first step. Now you can see that how many competencies, indicative behaviors are needed by an evaluators to produce a quality evaluation product. So definitely, I think this can be one example or experience and lessons learned from other countries as well to start this process. With this, let me stop here. But at the same time, if you have any questions, need more information, I'm happy to provide. Thank you very much.